Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day! In case you forgot, we did not.
We are here to remind you, always. We love a good opportunity to dress up and look crazy.
And wear really fun headbands that wiggle, wiggle,
That
wiggle,
wiggle. I know. Thank you, Amazon.
Right?
Prime.
Use those Prime memberships because the cost is going up.
Right. Do you do anything on St. Patrick's Day? Is this like a big day for your family? Or?
Well, I'm not Irish by heritage, just by love of the culture and the country and the food.
Yep.
So I make a corned beef every year.
Oh, wow.
Corned beef with cabbage and carrots and potatoes and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mostly do it for myself because my husband does not like corned beef. And in case you don't make your own corned beef, it comes in very large slabs of meat. So it's like, I think
You just need to make sure you're very hungry.
Yes, very hungry. But it also makes really good leftovers and like good sandwiches. And
Yeah, there you go.
last year, I think, maybe the year before, I made really good fried rice, like as a leftover a couple days later. So
Nice.
there's a lot of different ways to use it up.
So
but
not pub crawl.
cooking. No, I used to, but not anymore.
I know. I kind of used to get into that a little bit, I think, but...
And yes, I'll have a Guinness or two, maybe some other beers. I don't know. We'll see. It's a Thursday this year, so that's nice.
Yeah. Well,
What about you?
it is my daughter's birthday. St. Patrick's Day is my daughter's birthday. She came 3 weeks early.
So
and
last year you were totally doing a pub crawl on St. Patrick's Day.
totally doing a pub crawl. Yeah, I mean, I think I felt drunk on all of the drugs that I was on, probably. No. But yeah, I mean, she was a complete surprise. Did not plan on St. Patrick's Day. Also did not plan to have a redheaded baby named Murphy. Like all of these things. We were like, maybe we need to change the name. Like, she's like a literal leprechaun. This is crazy. And she's Irish because I'm 50% Irish.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's become now a very celebratory day.
I would imagine.
Yes. So, yeah, today's an exciting day. After this, we're going to go home and do some birthday things.
Nice.
Celebrate St. Patrick's Day and the birth of my first child.
Hopefully, she grows up to like the color green, so then it makes her birthday celebrations just that much easier.
I know.
You can just buy all the green things that are at the store.
Right, exactly. And I was kind of, if you're going to be born on a holiday, I was like, this is kind of a fun one. It's not like going to take away from Christmas, or there are other holidays where you're like, oh, that's too much. But I feel like this is so silly, and you know what I mean? It's like people just go out drinking. Not that she'll be doing that anytime soon, but you know.
Right. No, it's a good one. I've had friends who have birthdays on St. Patrick's Day. It's always a good party, as well as Halloween. I have a couple friends with Halloween birthdays, and that is always a good. They're like, people are out, like people are dressed up. It's always a fun time. So it's a good birthday to have.
Yeah, that would be a good one. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I love Halloween, so it should have been me. Do I love it? All right, well, let's get into some hot topics.
Hot topics.
So, first one, avoid these costly life insurance mistakes from personal finance. Yes, well, we all want to avoid these. And we have a list here. And what we're going to start with is not listing a contingent beneficiary.
So a contingent beneficiary is, so you have your primary beneficiary. Typically, if you're married, it's probably your spouse, could be your kids. But making sure that you list somebody else as your beneficiary beyond the primary beneficiary. So in case that primary beneficiary passes away before you do, then the life insurance will still go to somebody.
Right. Because there's always
that you want.
The chance. I mean, this is very cryptic, but what if, you know, your primary beneficiary is your partner and you're in a car accident or something happens and you're together and you haven't listed, you know, the contingent beneficiary.
Right.
You know, you don't want to leave that up to somebody else. So it's best to prepare beforehand, as we're learning with all things finance. The next thing is underinsuring.
So I think here is making sure that you buy as much insurance as you can afford to pay for. And that might be using term insurance to increase your coverage and then eventually turn that term insurance into whole life insurance, which is a permanent upon death. But term insurance is great, especially if you are younger, because it covers, like if you have young kids, it can cover that for a set period of time. And then hopefully you can turn that term insurance into whole life insurance, and then it will be there for the remainder.
Right. And you also want your life insurance to reflect your lifestyle. So if things change and you get a promotion or you get a raise, you want to be aware of what your life insurance is, so that if something were to happen to you, you know, your loved ones won't be also taking a pay cut, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think kind of goes into one of the other ones, which is relying too heavily on employer-provided insurance. Employer-provided insurance is great. It's definitely something, if you have it as a benefit at your company, you should be taking advantage of, but making sure that is, that the policy that they have, which is typically helpful, but it's probably not enough for what would really help out your family in the event of your death.
Right. And if you resign or retire, that policy might not be portable. So it's just good to kind of know what all that covers, and if that can come with you if you do a career shift.
Yeah.
So all of these are good tips to keep in mind.
And I think one of the things that the article also mentioned that I really liked is a lot of people think of life insurance as some creepy thing because, you know, you hear about it on all the Datelines. He took out a $2 million life insurance on her and suddenly she was dead a week later.
Right. The first thing they did upon death was call, you know, the person who's passed away their work and said, "What, did he have an insurance policy?"
Right.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the way, and yes, I'm sure that it does happen, obviously.
Yeah.
But really, life insurance is planning as an act of generosity. So you are setting your loved ones up for, not for success, but just helping them in the event of your death, where money might not be the first thing that they have to worry about. They're worrying about a lot of other things. You know, they're worried about grieving.
Right.
And this just provides them with a little bit of a safety net so that they don't also have to worry about the monetary aspects that are going into it. So it's definitely something to consider as part of your bigger financial plan and your financial health. Not just that your husband's trying to kill you.
Right. You know, I binge those 2020s. All of them. Good. I know, they're so good. I was watching one this morning when I was getting ready, actually. It was about cults. So,
if your cult leader asks to take out a life insurance policy on you, maybe rethink that cult.
Yeah, maybe find a new cult. Okay? All right. You know what? I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. I just can't stop doing this.
I know. Yours wiggle a lot more.
They're kind of like, oh, mine are kind of tall, aren't they? Yeah. Sorry. But we will be right back with more hot topics. See you in a sec. Welcome back, everyone. All right, we have another hot topic to dive into from CBS News. Yes, taxpayers must report their cryptocurrency trading to the IRS.
Yep. It's happened.
Sorry, y'all. The IRS is hot on cryptocurrency reporting with increasing interest in recent years. Of course they are. It's getting so popular. You know, they want the money.
They do. And it's also, you know, worth a lot more than it was even 3 years ago when you didn't have to report it.
Right.
I mean, you were supposed to, but now there's actually a checkbox on the 1040 Easy form that asks if you have traded or gained or lost anything from cryptocurrency. So the IRS is definitely watching out for this.
Yeah, it's hot on your backs, y'all. So do the work. There is a lot of work to be done, which I was reading about in this article. I was like, ooh, maybe I'll just never get into cryptocurrency because I'd be paying my accountant a lot of money to be, I don't know, organizing this. The article offers a quick guide to which cryptocurrency activity is reportable, how it's generally taxed, and the best way to prepare. So everyone needs to check out the article, really. Okay, so reporting is required when trading one cryptocurrency for another, okay? Selling cryptocurrency for flat dollars, government-issued currency. Using cryptocurrency to buy goods or services. So paying for a cup of coffee with cryptocurrency.
Or a house, as you can do in Florida.
Yes. That too. That too. And okay, be sure to remember that just because you report it doesn't mean you're going to be paying taxes on it. But it's just good to be safe than sorry.
I feel like that's kind of the general rule when it comes to taxes in general. Like, report it so that they can't come after you by saying you didn't say anything.
Yes. And it doesn't sound like a fun adventure to have to go back and dig into all of these details when it comes to cryptocurrency, especially. I was like, but this is a little confusing, to be honest, when I was reading this article.
Well, it's kind of, I feel like it is confusing, cryptocurrency in itself.
Or you just have to be very mindful and on top of it.
Yes,
right?
You do. And I think if you use Coinbase as your exchange, they make it very easy to pull your transaction record, so you can kind of just have that quickly and readily available.
Yes, that sounds helpful.
Not all exchanges do, and you might have to literally go back and look at your transactions for the year of 2021 in order to report them and see what your gains and losses are.
Right.
I think the easy thing to think of for cryptocurrency is that it is an asset and the government will tax it as such. And so, capital gains taxes apply. So you need to report it so that you aren't on the bad side.
Yeah, there's no gray area with cryptocurrency anymore.
No.
You kind of have to,
The government wants your money.
The government wants your money. So how to prepare? Be honest.
Easy.
In capital letters. So that's what they said. So you need to be honest. Yep, no fudging things around. Nope. Get your records in order. Yeah, okay, so it sounds like it's very important to keep up-to-date records and do it sort of in the moment. So when you make a transaction, record what you've done so that you're not scrambling to, get all of this information. And hire a professional.
Yeah. I think if you have complicated taxes in general, but specifically when it comes to cryptocurrency, and there are tax professionals who are becoming more and more specialized in cryptocurrency
you would want
tax.
Cryptocurrency savvy.
You want somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Yep. Yeah, if you're like me and it's just not your forte, just if you can, hire a professional. I think it's all going to work out in your favor anyway. Make losses work in your favor. So if you sold a crypto at a lower value than what you paid for it, you may be able to deduct up to $3,000 of those losses on your taxes.
There you go.
So see, there's little things like that.
Yeah,
that can be done.
Bright spots, and knowing how volatile that market has been this last year, there might be some losses that you have taken, and you can take them down.
Yeah. Look at us here talking about cryptocurrency and taxes.
Woo!
The last two things I should ever be talking about. But you learn something new every day on ROI TV,
You do.
Don't you?
Yep.
All right, well, I think we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will be right back so I can tell you about what shows are airing today that you will not want to miss. See you in a sec. Welcome back. I just wanted to remind you all not to miss today's episodes of Elder Talk, Options Crash Course, and Browns in Suits. Remember to check them all out on
Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or on your phone via our iOS or Android app. You can also now find us on Distro TV, so check us out there as well.
Yay! All right, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week for more episodes of Coffee with Chem and Hills.